I'm about to show you how I made this roofing company $200K out of $4,500 in a month and a half. I was going to make this a case study. I was just going to talk about how awesome I am and how awesome everything I do for my partners is. But I decided to over deliver today, okay? Roofers, I hope that you love this. I am literally going to teach you how to run ads on your own and just implement it straight into your business. I'm going to give you everything, the creatives, the ad copy, literally everything that I used down. I'm going into I'm going into these guys' ads manager, and I am going to show you everything, literally everything. Feel free to take everything that you want, use it, implement it in your business. I'm even going to put the ad copy, the sample photos, every single thing in the description below. So if you want to have access to that, go down there, grab it completely for free. I'm going to ask for your name, email, and phone number. Why? Because I'm going to give you a call and I'm going to show you how we can rock it for your business. But if all you want is the ad copy, all that kind of stuff, still go grab it. Who's calling you, bro? Oh, man. Sorry, bro. Bad time. Someone was giving me a call, but I'm so dialed in on getting you good results. I denied it. I denied the call. I'm gonna sit down for the next however long, and I'm gonna show you how to make money, print jobs, get jobs all over your calendar in as short as 45 days. If you can sign them, we can get you an appointment for them. Let's get it. Okay, so these guys are phenomenal salesmen, I'll say that. But with the appointments that we were able to get them, I believe the statistic here was that they closed at about 25%, which is slightly higher than most companies do with Facebook ads. However, if you look at how little ad spend that they did on when they went on this historical run for their company, then you will understand how amazing these results are. No matter how phenomenal of a salesman you are, how bad of a salesman you are. If you're not a good salesman, honestly, get that dialed in immediately. It doesn't matter how many appointments that you have. If you cannot sell, then it doesn't even matter. But sales, all that kind of stuff will be a whole different day. I can break down this case study a whole different day. What I want to show you now is how you can easily implement these Facebook ads directly in your business. Let's start. So, look, I'm even learning a new skill just, oh man, look what I'm doing. Learning this new skill just for you guys. I have no idea how to use this. I've never used this. Present, maybe this. Oh, look at that. Okay. Never once in my life used this. Look, hey, don't judge me. There you go, perfect. Bang. Creatives, headlines, copy. That's the big three that you're gonna need to know if you're running your own ads. Creatives, what's a creative? That is gonna be our meat and potatoes, okay? Creatives, headline, ad copy, I could show you. Let's go into their ads manager and I'll show you. So this is what a Facebook ad is going to look like. Okay, let's go over here. This is an even better example. Okay, this is what a Facebook ad looks like. I'm sure that you have seen one of these once in your adult life. Oh man, it's not letting me go into advanced preview. Whatever. Oh, there you go. I'm sure that you've seen at least one of these in your adult life. This is a Facebook ad, okay? What we're doing here is we're trying to stop somebody from scrolling. So what do you have to do? You have to grab their attention, right? So here we have a creative. That's the picture right here of our roofer and his client. Then we have the headline right here. And then the ad copy is going to be this body paragraph there. So now that you've seen it, we can go back to our beautiful presentation board. Creatives, headlines, copy. Creative is image or video that you're using. Headline is the text that is in bold. The copy is going to be the large body of text that is going to go under the Facebook ad. With that being said, my gosh, I'm terrible at this. Back to presentation mode. Let's do this. I'm learning this as I go just for you guys. I'm trying to over deliver here. There you go. Bang. Creatives. These are the meat and potatoes, okay? This is what is going to make someone stop and look at your ad. If you have a poor creative, it's going to have a poor performance. Why? Because who's going to stop and look at it? You're on Instagram, Facebook. I'm sure that you've never gone on Instagram and Facebook and you're like, oh, I can't wait to see what ads I'm looking at here today. Never in your life. You're never going to do that. So that's why creative is so important. If it makes you stop while you're scrolling, then you're going to want to find out more about the post itself. Why? Because it's supposed to look like an organic post. People do not go on Instagram to see ads. This blows my mind. It blows my mind how many, not just roofing company owners, how many landscapers, HVAC, home renovation, especially home renovation, how they think that having this hyper edited video is going to get people to click. This is not YouTube, man. Like, we are not trying to make hyper edited videos. Why? Because then you know you're watching an ad. If I see, right, this, let's say your company's name is Texas Stormkeeper. That was a terrible name. Let's do Lone Star Roofing. Random name, I came up with that at the top of my head. I don't know if it exists. Lone Star Roofing, right? If I see this video that's hyper edited, it just says Lone Star Roofing, a truck, and then this, and then that, and then an explosion. Dude, I know what this is, okay? I know what it is. It's an ad. If I wanted to buy roofing, I would have just Googled it, okay? So there's no point in like having these hyper edited things. I never understand, like, it just never fails to amaze me how often I talk to business owners and then they're like, oh, when it comes to Facebook, I really want to hire this super expensive videographer so that he can take these. I understand the perspective. You want everything to look professional for your business. You want everything to look amazing. But at the end of the day, it's Instagram. And if I'm scrolling through my homepage, then I'm not looking to see this hyper. I'm not like, nobody's scrolling through their Facebook, their Instagram. Nobody's scrolling through looking for like these hyper edited, oh, I want to see a roofing company look, I want to see an insanely professional edit of a roofing company. They're not doing that, okay? They're doing it when they're scrolling through Facebook and Instagram. They're doing it because they want to connect with other people. So when you're choosing out your creative, you want it to be native to the platform. That essentially means you want it to look like every other post that they're seeing so that you blend in. Kind of like a lion in the savannah. You know, like they got that color of the savannah. Why? So that they can camouflage and then they can, bang, get their prey. Nobody's prey here, but what I'm trying to say is you want to blend in. All right? You want to blend in with everything else that's going on. Look at these creatives, right? Look at that. Thumbs up. We even have a testimonial. Another testimonial. More photos. It's not letting me click on it. There you go. More photos. Look at that. More photos. Do you see how simple these creatives are? But they're just real people. Like, it's just real people. Look, you got 3 comments and 10 likes. It's just a group photo. Like, it's not that hard to find a winning creative. In fact, the best creative I've ever seen perform insanely well was literally just a photo from a Christmas party. It's not that complicated. Every business owner overcomplicates it and acts like they need to make this Super Bowl level commercial. It's not that hard, I promise. If you have just a photo of you and your kids with right outside of a home that you just did, it's gonna do amazing. Why? Because people want to see other people. They don't want to be advertised to. We live in a consumer culture as it is. All right? I'm really trying to hammer that point home. That's why I'm talking about it for so long. So, creatives, native to the platform, very important. The most important because they're stopping whoever's scrolling. And make sure that it looks like real human interaction, okay? Next is going to be the headline. Man, I am terrible at this. Why don't I have a hand? This sucks. I want a hand. Okay. Bang. Okay. Headline. This is the second most important. This is a good place to put your offer or something eye-catching, and the reason is because this is the boldest text on the ad, and it is where leads will opt in. So, as you can see right here, new roof starting at $8,997 plus free gutters. Super simple. Super duper simple offer. It is nothing insane. The thing here, especially when you're talking about offers, you want it to be, and if you're doing a pricing offer as these guys are, I don't really recommend doing pricing offers unless you actually have competitive pricing. That actually, you kind of run into a wall there in the sense that if you don't have competitive pricing and you're doing a low ticket, let's say instead of $8,997, it was $4,750, which is an offer that we ran at the beginning of testing, right? If you're doing that, then you're going to have more people who are low intent. Why? Because they're shopping for price. You don't want somebody shopping for price. You want somebody shopping for quality, for value. Why? Because roofs are expensive, and that's just the way that the world works. Unless you have some kind of awesome financing partner, that's the way it's going to be. With that being said, this is the headline. This is a phenomenal place to put your offer. And when I said that this is where they're going to be opting in, this is where they're going to click learn more to go to your landing page, your lead form, or message you, whatever it is that you choose for their destination to be. These gentlemen, I did a lead form. This is not the same lead form. We actually changed it a little bit. But I did a lead form on not a lead form. I did a landing page. So I did a landing page. This isn't the exact same one. Of course not. But this is a copy that I made of one so you can kind of see what it looked like. Now, would I ever in my life recommend doing a landing page if you're a roofing company owner, or even if you're like an office manager or something like that? No, do not do it. I see it all the time. Never, ever. The worst thing you could possibly do is pay money for somebody and then just have them go directly to your website. It's terrible. If you're not genuinely like somebody who knows how to make landing pages, listen carefully right now, my friend. If you do not know how to make landing pages, I don't mean that you know that you can go on Wix and you can do it. I know that you can. Everyone can. But if you don't know how to design landing pages, then please, I highly recommend that you do not use them, okay? Because they are they add way more variables than even ever need to be, especially if you got other things going on and you don't want to be implementing this yourself. So with that being said, we'll hop back. This is the best place to put the offer. Whatever your offer might be, if it's just a free estimate, that is not a good offer. Everybody has a free estimate. You want to have something either unique, low price, or something that's going to catch somebody's eye if they're if they are looking for a roof. Okay? So with that, what's going on? Okay. Hold on. Having some issues with my Miro board. I hope that thing's saved, dude. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. With that, the next most important is going to be your copy, right? And that is the large body of text. Again, that's going to be in the description down below. You can grab it. You can just going to need your name, email, phone number. Of course, I'm going to give you a call. But when you implement this, you want to always make sure that you're telling some kind of story / what makes you different / why they should pick you. Do not just do something lazy, please, or you're going to be wasting your money. I'm telling you, if you're just writing for free quote, call my number, nobody's going to call. And even if they did, how in the world would you know? You would have no idea. You would have no idea if your Facebook ad is working or not, if it's from Google or a referral. You wouldn't know. Genuinely, or not a referral, of course you'd know. But if they just saw your truck, or driving past the lawn, saw one of your flyers, whatever it might be, you want to make sure that you can have as much data as possible, knowing what's working and what isn't. If you just have your phone number, that's a huge mistake, and you're burning money at that point, for real, because nobody's going to call. And if they do, how would you know that they called because of your Facebook ad? And how would you know which one is working? You don't. So back to copy. When it comes to copy, the hook is the most important part of the copy. Go back here. This hook, I know, $8,997 for a roof plus free gutters. Well, makes you stop, makes you think, huh? $8,997. Yeah, you see more. Then you see more. Then we talk a little bit more about, you know, what makes our company unique. Da da da. Very, very basic stuff. It's very simple copy, and it was able to make these roofers $200,000. It's genuinely that simple. I'm giving it to you for free. It's that simple. It's very, very easy stuff. It's not hard. The thing that makes it hard is if it dries up, if the hook isn't working, if you have to switch the hook. I mean, there's a lot of things that make it hard in the sense that you may not see the results that you want, simply because you're not an expert in advertising, and I don't expect you to be, which is why I exist. You can always come and talk to me. I'd love to help. But with that being said, you can simply just take this exact copy, put it into your Facebook, and it will give you results. It will. It might not be the most optimal, but this worked. Obviously, these guys made $200K for it off of $4,500 in ad spend. That is I believe a 44x return on ad spend, which is absolutely insane. Anyway, back to it. Don't be lazy. Don't just put for free quote, call this number. Don't do that. Don't say, Texas-based thing. No, make it like a hook, and then good, solid why you, what makes you different, what's your offer, what makes you stand out from every other Dan in the van, Chuck in the truck in town. With that, we go to the next segment, which is when leads opt in. Okay, so I touched this a little bit earlier. When leads opt in, do not do landing pages. They will not work, and you will be very upset because landing pages are so complicated. Don't do it. All right? Seriously, they suck. Do lead forms. Do lead forms. Don't overcomplicate it. Basically, just ask for some info about the job, name, number, email. Really, it's that easy. Instant forms, if you guys want me to do a video on that, I definitely will, on like the best questions to ask, everything like that. For these guys, like I said, at this time, I was not using a instant form. I was using a landing page. This is the landing page that I used. If you want to take it, feel free. It's not the exact same one. We did change the questions up a bit. Anyways, with that, I do suggest for you, since you are not an expert in marketing, you should just do instant forms. Don't overcomplicate it. But if you're always on your phone, or you have somebody else who's helping you run estimates, then you should do Messenger. It's really easy. It'll literally just allow your leads to send you a message. Awesome. It's very well worth it, especially if you are on your phone anyway. And you can just kind of shoot them a message back. Works very well. The next thing I would say is, I said this already, do not do phone calls. If you do not answer, you will have wasted money. I see so many roofing companies do this. Please stop. No one's going to call. And if they do, you will not know if it's working or not, or if it was a real lead or not. It just makes things hard. Okay. We are getting to the most important thing that I would ever say. Please, let me make this bigger. Please, for everything holy, call your damn leads. If somebody opts in to a lead form that you've had, an instant form, don't just call them once. People get busy. People are going to be busy. You got to hammer them. You got to call them multiple times over multiple days. Do not just call them once and say Facebook ads don't work. That's not true at all. People get busy, especially if you didn't call them within the first 2 minutes. People get busy. That's why we have speed to lead. The next thing I would say, and I see it all the time, your office manager isn't going to call them, okay? Like, maybe they'll call them once. If they don't answer, then it's like, oh, it is what it is. Don't do that. I highly suggest you calling them on your own multiple times a day for at least 7 days. At least. I suggest more. And when we are working with roofers, we do way more than that. We call them for 7 days, 3 times a day, and then after that, we continuously call them every few days out of the week, and basically until they say stop. Why? Because you never know when someone is busy or not. I literally had one of my appointment setters tell me that they called a lead for months, literally months, and 3 months after, they got an appointment set. So call the leads. Just keep calling them. And if you don't want to call them, we'll call them for you. You could hop on a call with me and we could kind of talk about how we set appointments for roofers. So I just wanted to kind of break down this system. Very, very easy. This is super duper beginner stuff. Just make it no BS, no fluff. No BS, no fluff. This is how we were able to do it. This is how we were able to kill it. This is how we were able to get these guys 200K and with 4,500 in ad spend within 45 days. You can do it too if you have the right professionals behind you, the right appointment setters behind you. You have people calling your leads, making sure that they're being spoken to. If you want to book a consultation with me, feel free. I will also drop a link in the description for that as well. And we can see if you're qualified. We only work with very specific roofers and exclusive markets. So if we have somebody in your market, then we might not be able to really talk to you about much. But we'd love to see how we can help. Feel free to fill out that survey, see if we can hop on a call together and fix your damn ads, man. Because this is honestly a very, I don't want to say untapped space, but there are a lot of people doing it that don't know how to do it well. And if you can find the right piece of the puzzle, you can absolutely kill it just like these guys did. I believe in you, man. Take what I told you here. Get the ad copy from below. I will send it over to you, and then you can just literally just plug and play right into your own ad account. Very, very simple stuff. You can do this. If you feel like you can't and you need somebody to back you, I totally got you. Again, this is Chris Castronovo signing off. Make a new video soon. If you have any video ideas that you want me to do to help the roofing community out, shoot me a comment. Let's get it done, man. If you have any ideas that you want me to do to help the roofing community out, drop a comment below. Give me an idea. I'll do a video about it. Until the next time, this is Chris Castronovo signing off. Peace.